Why do you feel the need to attack people on social media, Skatta?
Why do you feel the need to call it attack?
Because that's what it seems like you're doing.
In what fashion?
In that
Tell
I'll
me.
see you when people, well, they attack you as well, I'll admit to
You
that.
ever hear a pastor preach it?
Yes.
What you say? You might attack someone like me though, as a sinner. Don't you?
Them
Suppose I say the
sure
pastor attack me. Would you split justice and say, okay, I can understand how he does that when him call me sinner down to hell?
Isn't the pastor the very thing you'd want to be not
attacking you?
Or you would want to be? So why be like the pastor that you hate?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I have no problem with the pastor putting across his message however he wants to.
Okay.
The same way I have no problem with it. I should be allowed to put my message across. What makes it so ironic? The pastor gets paid to put his message out there. He was trained to do it. He went to school, study how to manipulate and put across and appease your emotions.
Some of them.
You know what I'm saying? You will be sitting, all of them.
No, some of them don't really do much studying. Them just see it as a thing.
No, a lot of preachers as well.
Some of them confident and
so a lot of them understand that they have this ability, they have this strong, powerful voice, so they use it to minister.
Yeah.
So I'm not trained to do that. So I will speak and I sound a little aggressive.
You literally threatened to punch a man. It's tired.
Who did that?
We did. We don't declare.
When was this?
That was me being like, just cracking a joke. I guess it never come up. I guess I'm not funny. Thanks. But
so wait,
that's the type of energy. That's what I'm saying. That's the type of energy you usually give.
The tire come in. Hold on.
I said if Killer was gonna go to the church, I'm gonna punch his tire. And
okay. You know? To stop him from going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in other sense, somebody got to do it. I haven't do it myself.
To stop him from going.
And that's the type of thing I'm saying, though. That's the type of energy that I see her bring. Like, I'll watch a Bill Maher. Bill Maher. Yeah. And then when we see you now, it come off as annoying.
But remember, I'm not trained to be, and I'm not even trying to build an audience. I'm just trying to create some awareness. But some of the time, you cannot create an awareness by being nice and civil because you will just fly over people's head. You have to say something.
You have to create some discomfort for people.
And then when them get, most of the people who find my stuff as arrogant and too forceful and too harsh. Once we get in a discussion on Instagram, both of us calm down and we meet somewhere along the line and we agree to disagree.
Like what we still do with like Wayne Marshall.
Yes, and we're cool. But I will make a post and it's come across so hard, somebody I feel like light me up wicked and the blood of Jesus against you and our dirty dread boy and all of these
visceral
things.
Emotions.
Yeah, and I rarely block people because blocking them means that they might impose some discomfort on you. And I'm not
you're not uncomfortable?
No, because I understand, say, basically, this is a real turning point in someone. All right, for instance, when one of my girlfriend that I had, when she made me aware of certain things where she's saying she's not on the religious thing anymore. And so
she convert you?
Well, she never convert me. She was the first person who said,
that part.
Yeah, she said, yo, I'm not in a Jesus
life-changing pussy.
I'm going to say, why? You're an atheist? She said, yes, straight up. I'm going to say, what? I'm going to say, yo, don't do that, yo. I'm going to pray for her and go on the I don't want to call her name because I don't want, but I pray for her and do a bag of something. And
is it somebody that we know, though?
No, I don't think so. But I had to like think about it. It rests on my mind because it's supposed to be a smart person. You know, somebody say, why would she take this part and do all of these things? Somebody say, you know what? We need to start looking at this thing for myself, and we need to draw closer to my own spirituality and religion. So a lot of things happen, and I go online and I look up a bridge named Dr. Umar Johnson.
We all know him.
I'm gonna tell you, when I see a black man, I speak in a fashion where he is just not trying to sell you something. Aside from this cool thing, I want to say him thief people money or whatever.
Yeah, because that's the thing what them say about him.
Yeah, that's how people stay. You know? Him don't get the full support from the black community or people for
because he's radical and he's very radical and it almost in a sense him kind of isolate people. You know? So it's...
I don't know, but let me ask that question. Why is it though that we come under so much scrutiny when all you're doing is trying to create some awareness. When I don't see no one scrutinizing the Mormons. For instance, the Mormons are actually in Jamaica, you know, pushing another religion, pushing another God on us, you know. And they're allowed to roam freely. They ride the Rambo bicycles in all of the garrison communities.
And they do it in a non-confrontational way.
No. What they're actually doing is, if they had if they had the right, then if we gave it to them, they would recolonize this country. That's how Africa got penetrated, because what they do, they took a few of the warriors them one side, and them trade them the guns and the weapons for them gold and them silver, and then them start selling them people to the colonizers and so forth. If we allowed these Mormons, then morons. If we allow them to come into this country, if we allow them to come into this country and welcome them, Christianity will start pushing back against them. But Christianity still dominates, so everything is fine.
Have you ever spoken to one of those
Mormons?
The people who push the bike? So you know that's what they're peddling.
Because I know I researched that religion as well.
Then it's not Mormonism then.
Yes, I researched the Mormons, and they're here. This church is right off on Constance Road.
The white youth, then black and white, the black and white shirt, the black pants. Those are Mormons?
Yes, and it's a different religion. It's a different Bible. Book of Mormons. It's a different Bible.
Why do they think of
so they're here visiting us, preaching another gospel, and no one is intimidated by them. I am here creating awareness.
They're not intimidating.
They're white.
Don't think it's...
Yes, of the Latter-day Saints, haha.
I don't think it's anything to do with their skin color as much as it is their approach.
Okay, this is the thing now. This is how we get this. When Bush did invade Iraq, he never said me I got bomb up on what's it not.
He kind of did actually.
No man, he was very civil. He was very civil, very nice, and said America.
He never did go Trump levels, but
America will not be intimidated by your weapons of mass destruction. And he was very calm. His voice never raised. But listen, these people, they don't raise their voice and they don't exert no anxiety towards nothing. They not show emotion, because that is what they use to beat us. Back in the day, when a slave rude to a woman on the road, even look on her too hard, remember me I tell you, as calm as you see them, when them come for you with pitchforks and knives and gun, and them deal with you wicked. So me coming at you with a attitude, that is just my African spirituality and my spirit being. You ever see how the Nigerian them behave amongst each other? Yeah? Them very forceful and brutish, you know, but them not mean no harm. It's just how you stay. Me's an African brother, me's a black man, and me I talk about something I'm passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the dangers it inflicts on society. A lot of people don't know. People say, well, you know, leave people, make them live and do what they do. You know, I feel I pick this from people and I say whatever, but they don't understand the dangers that comes with it. If you're supposed to ask me, I can explain it. But please ask me. I'm not leading the interview, sir.
I guess that when people say that to you, they're saying that, okay, you and somebody are friends and they believe in something else other than you do. As a friend, you'd like to think that you respect what they believe and leave them be, as long as you don't see them outrightly harming anybody, you don't see them doing crimes, like things like that. So when you come with an aggressive approach and say, yo, you are an idiot for believing in what you believe, which is how you come across. People look at you and say, yo, why are you
Can I ask you something?
You actually use the word idiot though first.
You call him out
I make certain references, but I'm not lying. Because first thing is first, the references I make, you can look it up, and if I am wrong, I am wrong. With me calling it exactly what it is, calling a spade, if you like it or not, it does not change the truth. The truth is the truth. So if you can't handle the truth, I'm sorry for you live in a real world. So the stuff I post and I speak about, if you do not like them, before you even voice your opinion, the right thing for you to do now is to go and research it and prove me wrong. Not because it offends you, you're going to make your voice be heard. Come on, you live in a real world. So what is it? Am I Does it change the truth? No. So whatever, man.
Well, me still stuck on the Mormonism thing. Cause I'm just sorry. They're like a branch denomination of Christianity. So they're still Christians.
But their history, in terms of if you study how their religion
it's like how
came
one
about,
man do it.
One man get one dream.
Yeah, and then
get some inclination.
Plates,
exactly. No, this is what people are led to believe now. So one man get this notion that he's supposed to build a church and form this angle of religion. And he's supposed to gather people and lead them. Now, if a madman
somehow I think that's how every denomination,
majority of them, but there are little tweaks here and there just to suit cultures. You know what I'm saying?
I think maybe probably the only one that is not necessarily based off one person per se would be like, well, what I learned in school was like, I can't remember the name of the religion itself, but like they would worship the sun and the moon. And
that sounds more like Egyptian.
Yeah, and like African, like
old
real
Kemet spirituality.
Yeah, like or indigenous people.
Yes,
that's what they stood like believe in.
Okay,
like
and that is what I believe in.
So you do believe in a higher power?
I believe. I shouldn't even use the word believe. I know that the sun, I prefer to call the sun God than anything else.
So then the question is, the point is,
yes,
is religiosity the issue or spirituality?
Religion is the issue.
Religion is the issue. The organized one man or one set of people.
It's not one set of people. It is a bunch of different sectors. If you, however, say, okay, you have Hinduism, say me have it on paper, Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, and Christianity, then you have Islam. Christianity and Islam being the more
prominent.
Yes, of the five, right?
Do you think that
the millions or billions of people now who attach themselves to these organizations with different beliefs. Okay, only one. It's not even one, because within Christianity itself, you have many different denominations and many different gods. So with Islam and Buddhism,
many different gods. But,
yes, some
different
of them,
ways in which to worship the same God.
Well, in Hinduism, there are different gods.
Some of them.
I thought were on denominations within Christianity.
Yes. Whatever. But some of them worship cow. You understand me? Yes, and then some of them worship a figure. Some of them worship.
But Hinduism, them said that they don't necessarily worship the cow. You know, it's just that they revere the cow as a sacred figure.
Okay, that is true. But they do pray to a cow. They do pray to a cow.
Well, what I remember is that they don't pray to the cow. They just revere it as a sacred figure. It's almost like the cross would be a symbol in Christianity. So it's like the cow. It's like a
okay, all right.
Sacred.
So within all of that, then you have all of these gods, right? And you have all of these deities and so forth. Then okay, so everyone is gonna pray. Who is praying to the right God?
You don't know.
Okay.
So, and that's the beauty of it, Skatta.
That's the worst thing. Because you know why?
How you know so the son are the right God?
I am not proclaiming the son to be the right God.
Did.
What am I doing? I said if
know that the son is God.
Hold on. If I am supposed to pray and adhere to a God, I will pray to the son. Because you know what? I know that the son is the giver of life. I know that without the son, we would all die. The same Bible will say, Jesus is the bright and morning star. The sun is the bright and morning star.
And Holy Ghost, it literally said it.
The sun is the only thing that walks on the sea. You understand me? The sun is the giver of life.
So is the moon. The moon is necessary. The moon keeps it
in ancient Egyptian astrology, it speaks about the battle between the sun and the moon. That's how you have darkness and light, good versus evil.
So the moon is your devil.
And that's every night the moon and the sun fight. One win, the sun win the day, and the moon win in the night.
This can be like when they say rain and sun and shine, devil.
A fight, yes. Exactly. And they charted this astrology, how astrology come in now. They charted the skies because these ancient people from Kemet, thousands of years ago, they didn't have nothing to go off than the stars and the climate and the weather. hundreds of years pass, and these people keep on charting the three bright stars them where you see in the skies. If you look up them dead it, right? And them align themselves with one bright one will align itself with the sun, the rising of the sun. And that was charted as astrology, and them worship the sun as God, and them have name for these three stars, right? Christianity come about
the
now.
Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
No.
Oh.
Christianity come about now. See? Religion come about, sorry. Religion come about, and what they change it to? They change it to the three wise men, right? Visiting Mary to go where?
To meet
the sun.
Yeah.
To meet the sun, right? It also goes to the point as there's this thing called the winter solstice, right? Okay, that is when the sun starts, when you have shorter days and longer nights. Okay, so they chart the sun straight across the stars, throughout the skies, throughout the entire year. There's a certain time of the year when the sun goes very low. And then there's a time when it stops at this very low point in the sky. That is from what? Probably December 24th or December 5th, 25th. 21, yes. It's for 3 days. So they say the sun die right there. So that's where the sun die. After 3 days, the sun has risen again and it gone back about his business. That's when that's how them come about. Say the dying of the crucifixion of Christ. Died for 3 days and risen on the third day. You understand me?
You know what this all sound like to me? It sound like when Thor did a breakdown, like.
But all of that is there too.
To mythology.
G and mythology. To say, yo, magic.
What you call
science and magic are one and the same now. Somehow I feel everything meets somewhere in the middle. I really feel everything intertwined. Religion, magic.
It's called
science,
hieroglyphics, I think. Hieroglyphics, I think. That's how you get the drawings that comes together with the language and the writings. There's 1,000 components, and if you look under the stuff that the Egyptian used to carve and chip out of, you get the astrology where you have the 12 constellations, and you have Capricorn. What all of them something name?
Or zodiac sign.
Zodiac sign. You understand me? From the 12 zodiac signs, that's how the Bible come with it. 12 disciples. How much bread him feed them with 12 loaves of bread?
5 loaves of bread.
12 fishes. How much?
I think 5 loaves of bread.
Study the number 12 in the Bible and see how much things attach itself to 12. Just study that for yourself. All of me I say you can look into it. You understand me? I not come to impose nothing upon nobody. I show you say everything when I worship and hold so there. It goes back thousands of years before the people them will actually write it had any connect. None of the people them who write the Bible ever walked with Jesus.
That's true.
The story was written 50, 60, 80 years after Jesus died.
The thing is,
none of them.
What I believe to be true, and what I guess I've learned to use the word subscribe. It's like a magazine.
Yes.
Or it's a channel on YouTube, by the way. Subscribe to Netflix. Plug. But no, it's like subscription. It's like what you choose to believe in at the moment. You know, it changes from day to day, year to year, life to life, essentially. But that's what I choose to call it. Subscription, where you subscribe to. But one of the things that I subscribe to, and I never forgot it was CXC, religious education.
Yes, me too.
And in a way, that's why I'm like, I'm with you. I've kind of always been agnostic, but the older I get is the more I believe in something. And just because we come from a Christian household, I just say, you know what, I'm going to just give it God/Jesus.
You know what's my problem?
And work with it.
My problem is, I wouldn't mind saying there's a God. Nowadays, when anybody asks me, I say, I don't believe in the biblical version of a God.
But wait, that's what I was saying, because they said that the Bible was written in like Hebrew, Arabic, Latin,
and translated and
some other
translated.
Because there are other versions or other chapters in the Bible that are missing, like them call it the Maccabees and other.
And 72
other chapters are missing from the book because I guess either one, it's untranslatable, or two, don't really subscribe to.
Some was too harsh. That's why them rule out the New Old Testament and bring in them water it down and make it nice and mushy and say, okay,
this. The Old Testament did
harsh,
grimy.
And John Sap and all.
And in the Old Testament, was it Joseph? he was actually Jesus.
Joseph was Jesus? Jesus' father was Jesus?
No, there's a story of Joseph, right? Who was actually portrayed as Jesus. Born on this day, the same exact thing.
Oh, I don't know.
In terms of the storyline.
Same exact thing.
Well, let them say, because as you say, and I agree with that point, say, some things are just untranslatable. And because a few people at the time could only read and write and whatever, they just came together, the council together and just say, all right, me don't know what that word I mean. Just put in that the context look the same and they do it. So I believe in that. So some things are really man-made.
I could talk about the effect.
I believe in
Let me tell you what the effect it have.
But I believe
Let me
in
tell you
Jesus.
why me now. You could have called me so angry then.
That's what I really want to do.
Yes. You see, we as black people,
because I hate to want to throw the
don't
question.
you think
Skatta touched by a person?
we as black people,
why dog?
we as black people, we have real mental issues. We have mental issues.
Unexplored and unaddressed mental issues.
Yes.
Something like that.
You ever wonder why it is so hard for us to like just have a little thing named respect for each other, like just that we want, respect, The reason why we were trained to not see each other as brothers and sisters.
Because the white man set us apart.
Yes, them pit us against each other.
Through religion.
True religion.
And it's not necessarily true religion too,
It's a number one tool.
No, because
Tell me, what's the number one tool?
It's through color too, because some of them light and say, you know what, I'm going to choose you to be in the...
It was several ways.
But it's not necessarily through religion.
It was listen, let me get that one to you. I'll show you how religion play an intricate role in this. Okay, on a plantation, you have the white man and his family, and you will have probably 110 security, but then you have 100 slaves. 50 of them are some big strong buck man. You understand me? And then you have youth and kids and the woman them. See? But the white people, them, the slave master, them was always able to sleep proper and comfortably in them bed at night time. Them murder you, rape you.
Oh my God, are you gonna come with slavery as a choice right now, Skatta?
Yeah. Oh God. I wasn't going to say that to them, but actually Kanye
Just say it so we can use a headline.
Kanye was actually partially right.
Oh my God.
The reason why he was partially right, look at this, Bridget. If you have 100 people and you have 20 of them, why you stay in a slavery for hundreds of years? Does not make any sense. Of course, there were a few revolts here and there, but we outnumbered.
A lot of people miss his broader point because of how he delivered.
Of course, because Kanye West is not a public speaker.
Yeah,
he's an artist. Come on. So, these slave masters were able to sleep comfortably and still get up and pillage and rape and deal with the wicked. See? Why? Because we were of the belief that, you see, this thing where we have got through, it's a part of our life. Because when we die, that is when we are going to get our heaven. Don't watch where them are going over there. So a land of milk and honey awaits us. The same Bible.
If that was the case, then I feel like we wouldn't be here, because the black race would just kill themselves and just kill us.
They did. A lot of them did that.
Right, I know that.
A lot of them did that. But it's still in the Bible. Suicide is one of the worst things you could do. You will not get into heaven if you kill yourself. You will not get into heaven. Two things. If you go against God, meaning say deny Him, that sin cannot be forgiven. And you will not get into heaven if you commit suicide. So then put all of these rules in place to keep you conformed. Saying, so now, me as a black man now, growing up now, and the Bible, where them have preached this to me, says, slave, obey your earthly masters as you would do Christ. And them drill that in your head, obey your earthly masters. It is in the Bible and many chapters, Old and New Testament. See?
Slave owners would use that verse especially.
Yes.
But there was always a different verses counter to say, slave masters treat your slaves well.
No, it tells you to treat a slave well, and it tells you how to keep a slave. And it says you can beat them, but do not kill them. And it tells you...
Let them go after a time, because that's what it says.
It tells you if a slave wants to earn his freedom, him cannot take the family with him. He must figure by himself, and there's certain things that come with it for you to earn your freedom. It tells you. The Bible gives you rules on how to keep a slave, basically. You are a slave coming up here in all of this now. And it's the same Christian doctrine now. We enslave you. Same Christian doctrine. My foreparents never really earned them freedom, and it was given to them. It was given to them because the oppressors said, no, this is too harsh. We should not be raping and doing these things because we're getting we're looking like animals now. Let's grant them freedom and find ways to subjugate them to certain type of work so we can still live off of them. But this type of pillaging, we are above this now, right? So we got that far. And here we are at the finish line now because our oppressors endured, so we are here today. Because if them did dead, we wouldn't there. If our ancestors died. So we are them grandchildren and so forth. So we there, so now. With this little bit of freedom we have, isn't it in our own best interest to examine everything that they were taught, fix our mind, and move ourselves up in this world, because the white man and every other race don't have freedom claim on this planet, you know. We there right down at the bottom. I fight amongst each other. And I take the scraps off of them table. Not care how rich a sports player, the best one in the world, him have a boss who's of a different race. So, not because we have $1 million sports players and so forth, black people are move up in the world. Hell no, we don't own nothing.
Okay, so I'm not really go fully Kanye.
So. No, we don't own nothing. Because we can unite. Our race, look how much people, look how much are we in this world. Why is it we can create an economy so strong that every black...
We did. But why people burnt it down? The Black Oklahoma. Street. Yeah, the Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street, of course. But
and then burn it down. So every effort, but the thing is though, Skatta, that I think people like you seem to forget. That every time we do make an effort. Yes, of course, black people know say. Like I'm just trying to channel people like Nanny, and I'm like, this is some fuckery. Like, why me I gotta stay here? Nah, me I burn you up and me I gotta burn up your plantation and debt to all you and your kids. And you know, like them struggle and them find them way through. But the thing is, like, you have to remember, you know, is a strange land that they're on, you know.
Ooh.
Black people, they come. This is not some them never born. Not all of them they born in the US or Jamaica where them come from. This is a strange land. So when them are run, so if them run away, them always end up get catch. Them have to go back. Them children after that them have to say, you know what, this that there was no way for them. I'm just trying to put myself in the mind of a slave because me I say it's not that I don't think it's not necessarily they believe in it and believe in it wholeheartedly. It's just the fact of the situation. This is where them find themselves in, and they don't know where they could turn. There was no white allies that they could turn to, and even if there were, like, they not really trust white people, I'm sure. So you know, it was just a place where they were at. Them couldn't fight. Them couldn't turn. And even if them revolt, the next slave master down the road are gonna come, catch all of them, round them up and kill them.
Okay, all right. We can't reverse history.
We can't reverse history, right?
So what we are gonna do now?
But it goes further, like, to show that even though that black people kind of seem to make a way forward, white people.
Yeah, man, don't fear. It's true.
Black Nazis here.
It's true.
Black Nazi has returned.
White people always seem to find a way to fuck it all up for us. You know, and even if we try and play them game,
we mess it up for ourselves.
Right, we try and play them game.
And
we try to do them thing.
And you think that is born from deep-seated long-term effects from religion and slavery.
Religion plays a major role because we tend to forget that some of the time you are not gonna achieve nothing without certain level of sacrifice. For instance, a police innocently or brutally kill an innocent man. Kill an innocent child. The whole black community jump up and march and say, yo, this not right. Ready, forget the torches already. Here comes Reverend Jesse Jackson. Yeah. Here comes Reverend... Yeah, the placards, rather. Here comes Reverend Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpen. And hold hands and sing and pray. And butter you down and water you down. Okay, people, let's go home now.
So you think that they're the tool used by the white people to suppress us?
There have been many there have been many, but me on talk when I'm a little young age, I them me know about.
Two main ones.
Yes, them are the two main ones. They are tools used by our oppressors. Reverend, you remember, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton, reverends, preachers. I know a lot of preachers, I know a lot of Christians, but I still attack.
But I guess the fundamental core of Christianity is peace.
Peace?
Peace. Turn the other cheek. That's always been the core message of Christianity.
Thank you. There's a problem. And it means so you're not looking towards...
you think it makes sense to always create a war? Because once you create a war, because look at the LA riots in 1992, I think, when with OJ. Like, I've always loved the documentary. Because it seemed to me that even now, during the 25 years, 26 now, probably 27 years after.
But look here, this is the thing.
It's hard to build.
You are right. We cannot war.
Once you destroy
we will die.
It, exactly.
We will die.
Exactly.
So what we have to do is get smart. But we cannot get smart because when a man like me now, we do some little research. I come attack. I want people want to kill me. So I have to use one hand and reason.
Like
have one
Moses.
and free to
like,
fight them off.
Read the Bible and look at Moses. Not Moses.
Moses never exists.
Noah
never exists.
With
It's taken from a story called the Epic of Gilgamesh. Look it up. The story of Noah is taken from a...
No, this man I just called with Judas or spelled Judas.
Nothing using a tool against it. But it is taken from a story called the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Okay, so
thousands of years before Noah actually built some damn ark.
I'm saying,
we can't even house... We're not even bigger than the Love Boat cruise ship. But it managed to own thousands of two of every animal plus Noah and him family. And every animal fish eat shit and piss by each other. And for how much? 40 days? How long they sail the seas for? Eat shit, piss, pick me up, screw and all of these things by one little boat. For how much nights? When I really believe that happened? That is thinking.
God works in mysterious ways.
Do you see any mysteries of God around these days?
I'm just saying, Skatta. Like maybe you're like I'm just saying the representation of Noah, where you say the rain is coming, and no one's gonna believe
I'm not proclaiming no God coming. The church is proclaiming of the coming of something.
You're giving knowledge. You're trying to educate people, but people
no one
are
is
just
listening.
like, you're crazy.
You know what? I would have believed that, but you have some of the time when my inbox full of people I say, yo, you know what, I never there to roll with you. But I look into a few things and I reach that point there. And a lot of people call me up and ask for reason. I'm reason with them. And a lot of people now, them just dip on a level where them even there. Look on Vegas. Vegas more knowledgeable than me, you can say right now. Because
really?
Yes.
About this thing.
Yes, him do in-depth research. In-depth research. You wanna know why there's so much crime in this country? The youth them not get no perfect distraction. How can you distract someone and tell him to go to the church? What is he gonna do? Go into the church and you appease him emotions for a little bit, and then the next day him go out the road, him still face the same harsh realities that affect everybody in this country.
Yeah,
so you're saying that the reason for crime is religion?
It's not religion.
Okay.
The reason for crime is what they are putting forward as the savior and to quell all bad things is not working. It has never been working.
What about because the people that aren't enough fucking jobs?
No. Jobs can be created through people getting a different mindset. Because if somebody understands, listen, it's up to me to better myself. Him start look at the world differently. Him start see opportunities where he wouldn't be seeing them. They're there. But this frame of mind, I'm going to pray about it. Or God is going to work a miracle one day. Or you're sitting and waiting for something to happen because your granny a pray for you and all of these things. It's a kill way.
I've always thought that in certain ways that...
My grandma prayer works.
Like, I agree with you in certain respects that the church...
failed the nation, they did.
Miserably.
And they perpetuate certain things like even that prayer. But even in some churches, they say prayer without works is dead.
Okay.
So some people them don't follow up on that second
let me show you. Let me fix the church good and proper now. And I just need probably 2 minutes. I'm gonna fix the church for you. Because I have to have respect for the church.
Okay.
Let me show you how respectful I am of the church. I grew up in a place. See, I grew up in a community. I've been 40 now. Okay. Before my band, this church has been on this street corner for 40 years. So my grandmother and few people and before me, they've been attending this church and putting money in this offering plate, right? Now, look at this comparison now. If me now as a promoter want to make money, I have to keep a dance. To keep a dance, I have to plan, create posters, book sound, and get all the permits and get like 1 or 2 months or even 3 months of promotions. When the dance come, maybe it work out, maybe it not work out. Hopefully, me clear everything I spend and eat a little food. So you can keep a dance 1 or 2 times for the year or 3 times for the year. Now, you have this church on the corner where you keep one dance for the 5 times a week for the past 40 years.
Did you just say dance? Keep a
No,
dance?
I'm just making it, make a reference.
Okay.
They're keeping this dance for the last 40 years, collecting entry fee, which is the offering and the tithes, 5 nights a week.
But
for
then
the
not
last,
everybody a figgy.
No.
Exactly.
5 nights of the week for the last 40 years. They've been keeping a dance for 5 nights of the week for the last 40 years. How much money you think got through that church in this poor, ghetto, impoverished community? But them dead for 40 years I keep a
But
dance.
the light have to turn on, the water have to run, the keyboard
But the
and
dance
the drummers.
the dance has been keeping 5 nights a week tax-free then. Remember got tax-free for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
How much money you think that come from one church? And in this community we have all 10 church. Does you see them community, you ever seen a garrison not get better? Them not get worse.
But you really think that is just religion alone? Because we both know that the government also have some hand in that where they give
politics.
Politics have a hand in keeping down these communities. Come on, Skatta.
Look here.
You can't just blame one.
Look here.
Because it really is
So they can't
interdependent and
the people is what lead politics and politician are the people.
True.
You can't blame politicians because if them see them can manipulate you, they might do it. But the number one manipulator in the community is still the church.
But don't people run the churches?
Who run? Who?
People.
But may I tell you, that the church is the tool. Religion is the tool.
So is politics.
Politics is not the number one factor.
Really,
but politics come and play on the ignorance.
You were alive in the 80s.
Politics come and play on the ignorance.
Just contradict himself a while.
No.
Because you say it's not the number one factor. Before you were saying it wasn't the
number
factor any
tool.
at all.
It's not the number one tool.
Before you were saying it's not a tool any at all. It is a tool.
You were around in the 80s.
Whether it's a tool or not. Whether it's a tool or not.
You were around in the 80s. At the church then, at the church did I go and give the laborites and comrades all the guns and all them something to fight against them one another?
The church is the elephant in the room. You keep on putting it aside like, no.
Bob Marley never call up demon, you're more demon, deaconess or pastor so and so and pastor so and so and come together.
Look at this.
And step on the stage
the two politicians,
yes.
That was Siaga and Manley.
That's why I said Bob Marley did Pastor X and Pastor Y to come on the stage and hold hands together in harmony.
As I said, the church is the
Manley
elephant in the room because before JLP and PNP it still was the church. Them don't uplift the ignorant, the mentality of the people. Them tell us to be in servitude to an unseen God.
In certain ways, politics is the same.
But politics comes after. The church is the number one factor because politicians not collect tithes from people. Them give a little bit to make you think, say, whatever. The church collect your granny hand earn money every Sunday. You not even know. Make sure you go to church for the whole year and you check how much money she gave to the church.
Money from us.
No. You see, so I'm telling you, the church is still the elephant in the room because you box it aside like it is nothing.
But the church is an institution.
Because I acknowledge it, like I truly believe that in certain ways, and probably like a certain point in time, the church was retooled, most like in a slavery days, was retooled, redesigned to keep people subservient and poor. to keep somebody rich and on
Birth
top.
of a Nation, Nat Turner, when he was a preacher. Like the movie, it's just coming to me, the movie. Like he was a learned slave, and the white people used him to preach to the blacks and to say, hey, remember, keep calm. But him couldn't do it no more.
And it's still going on today.
Him burn people. But no, Skatta, but I'm saying, especially now in present day.
Yes, the church teach black economics.
No.
The church have banks, supermarkets, hospitals.
No.
And they've been power faith of a
what?
Whatever. A mall.
Zamal, of course. It's big, it's huge.
Yeah, like we certain things that there is gonna be like, power
The
faith.
church where keep a dance for the last 40 years do not own banks.
To be honest,
schools and hospitals.
I think you should keep that same energy with other things that are affecting
like schools,
the
because just as there is a school, there's
politics.
You see, this is what
you
I'm
are
saying.
brushing that aside. When they have a broader
I am not brushing it aside. I am not brushing it aside. The church is what dumb. Okay, let me give you an example.
Wait, no, Skatta. Come here, I said, just as there is a church in a community, there's also a school. There's also other
that don't
core
teach certain
institutions in the community
that
sort of kind of fail the people. So you can't just pinpoint it to just the church alone.
Look here, church does not educate you.
In some churches
they do.
Church teach you to read from the Bible and
that's not true.
And
Because
some
when
of them
I went
have
to Sunday
schools as well that teach.
What Sunday school?
What they teach in schools.
Black economics?
No,
they don't teach that in school.
What do they teach you?
They don't teach that in school.
No, so I'm saying,
does the
church? I'm saying, does the church teach you anything that uplifts you as a race?
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes.
Tell me.
To be
love your
good.
brother
You don't need the church to learn that.
Of course.
Well, they do teach that. You cannot deny that they teach that.
There's many other books aside from the Bible that teaches you to do good without telling you
but
that
then
church
is the place
slavery.
To start.
That does no.
Church is the place to
no,
start.
No,
church
there
is
are
where
many
you
books that
to
teach
start.
100% good morals that does not advocate for slavery, the raping and stoning of women. Mm-hmm. The Bible advocates for all of that. Mm-hmm. There's many books.
That's like the Old Testament.
The
Jesus
Testament.
came and said, "Those without sin cast the first stone," and everybody walk away and drop the stone. Ha ha ha.
Okay, but guess what? No, Moses came off the mountain, see them a worship one golden calf, and tell them to murder each other.
Mm. That's what I say is the Old Testament.
No,
that's
Jewish. This is still taught in church today. After he went up into the mountain to get the same 10 commandments, I said, "Thou shalt not kill." Him come down and see them a worship and go and say, "When murder each other, then kill each other." Does that make any sense?
Well,
and dash down the 10 commandments and broke up the sitting them.
Do not worship any other god but me.
So you have to kill people if they murder people?
Well, me never did that still, you know.
I just need to think a little bit, and I know this is just a bullshit.